Hey everybody, so for today's video presentation, I'm going to be teaching you about how to find the area of various different shapes. And so area is defined as the amount of space that's taken up within the perimeter of a 2D shape. And so basically what that means is it's everything that's taken up within the inside of this square here, like that. So basically all of this space in here. And so I'm sure that a lot of us already know, so that when you're looking for an area of a square like this, it's going to be your base times the height. So let's just say that it's a square, obviously, so all the sides are the same length. So let's say you have a 4 length for your base, and then the length of your height is also 4. So basically what that means is you're going to do base times height. So it's going to be A equals base times height. And so you're doing A equals 4 times 4. And so the area of this shape would be 16. Basically, it doesn't matter what the unit is. So let's just say inches. So it's going to be inches. And because it's area, it's always going to be inches squared because it's the square inches. And so basically, so that's the area equals base times height. That's the formula for if you're looking at the area of either a square or a rectangle. For a shape like a triangle, it's going to be a little different. And because a triangle, actually, if you put two triangles together, right, it makes up a rectangle. So the formula for a rectangle is A equals B times H, base times height. But the formula for a triangle is going to be A equals 1/2 base times height. So let's say this triangle has a height of 6, and then it's got a base of 4, let's say. So it's going to be 1/2 times base times height. And so it's going to be 1/2 times 6 times 4. And so this is going to be 1/2 times 24, which is going to be 12. So the area of this triangle, if we're still using inches, it's going to be 12 inches squared. And now, so let's say we have, instead of a triangle, we have a shape right here, a trapezoid. So it's going to be a similar formula, but because there's two different lengths of bases, we're going to have to do something a little bit different that's different about this shape instead. So it's going to be still same thing, 1/2. But because there's two bases, we have to do base 1 plus base 2. And then you're still multiplying that by the height. And so let's say we have a height of 4. And so this is going to be base 1, we're going to say is 6. And we'll say base 2 is 3. So it's going to be 1/2 times base 1, 6, plus base 2, 3, and then the same thing times height. So it's going to be 1/2 times 9 times 4. 1/2 times 36, and it's going to be 18. Okay, and so up to this point, we've only done really shapes that are regular. And so if you have a shape like this, that's sort of an irregular shape. There's one way that you can do it to find the area of this shape is if you look here, you can actually divide it so that it's both a triangle and a rectangle. And you can find the area of those two separate shapes and then combine them to find the area of this total shape here. So let's say we have a base of this rectangle of 3 and then a height of 2. And then that the height of this triangle is, we'll say, also 2. And then, so you're going to do, so obviously you're going to do the 3 from the base of the rectangle times 2. And then plus 1/2 3 times 2, because that's the equation for the triangle. So you're going to have the 6 from the rectangle equation, that's the area of the rectangle, plus 1/2 of 6, which is going to be 3. And so the area of this total shape is 9 units squared. Okay, and so lastly, I have one more shape that I'm going to show you how to find the area of, and that's going to be the circle. So the circle is pretty different from all the other ones. All the other formulas revolve around base times height in a certain way, whether you're dividing by half or adding two shapes together. But for this shape, it's a little different. Now for the circle, because it's all kind of just one thing, there's no edges or anything, you have to start with the middle point and you have to find your radius. And so let's just say, for the purposes of this, the radius is 3. So the formula of the circle is going to be A equals, because it's a circle, pi, and then radius squared. And so, let me see here. So it's going to be, obviously, we have our radius here, so it's 3. So it's pi times 3 squared. And so that's going to be pi times 9. And so then if I do pi times 9, it's going to end up being so pi times 9 is actually a really long decimal, but it's going to be 28 point, if we round up, 28.3. And so yeah, that's the how to find the area of various shapes. I hope you learned something. And yeah.